It's time!
Oh yeah, it's time for Miss Lou Champion Sports Talk.
I knew these two guys when I had hair.
For me, it was just all about being coachable, being approachable, being a good team guy, and being what I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be.
Where were they getting the hair from?
I think they took it from his lower back.
Okay.
And they moved it to the top. With me, Ronnie Calhoun, and the legend, Joey Martin. It's entertaining, informative, and sometimes a little crazy. So sit back and enjoy the show. Hey guys, before we get started, we want to tell you about our awesome partners, Syrah Technology, Gregg Vet Clinic, Hicks Chicks, Kenny Chesney's Chair Bay Rum, and all of our awesome partners that you see on the screen right now. Make sure to do business with them and tell them Miss Lou Champion sent you. Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Sports Talk. Well, man, Joey Martin for another week. How are you, brother?
I told you, I feel like we just left you.
I know it, man. As always, we're brought to you by Magnolia Bluff Casino. Make sure to catch all the big games in the sportsbook section. TVs everywhere. Place a bet or two while you're down there. And as always, we're driven by Sango GMC. Our buddy Mark, I ran into him a couple days ago. His champion team at Winsboro or Vidalia. They'll take care of all your new and used car needs. Thank you to all of our partners out there, including Concordia Sentinel. I've already been to one of our partners this morning, Go Mart.
Okay.
And then I'm going to two more this afternoon. I got to go get my teeth cleaned. Miss Lou Dental.
I just went.
And I'm going to hit up Pure Car Wash this afternoon too. So we do business with our partners for sure. And again, thank you to all of our veterans and our military men and women around the world. As always, we can't do what we do without you guys. And before we get started, also, a big thank you from my family to everybody who came out to the Watson 5K the other day. That was unbelievable.
Wow.
I think there were 400 registered runners, and I bet there was over 500 people out there.
Yeah, there was about 500 people, and they ended up with 300 participating, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I was expecting like 100.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, so we had a great time. We got another champion show for us today. Getting ready for our playoff run here. We've got Cathedral coach Craig Beesley and senior pitcher Lily Crum joining us today. And we're going to get them on in just a second. But real quick, let's dive into some local sports.
All right, let's do it. Some great games last week. Of course, the shocker was Delta Charter defeating Vidalia.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't see that coming, and I certainly didn't. Yeah, I was talking to Blake after the game. He said, I saw what you picked us to finish, so I knew you picked us to lose this game. He said, I had that on the wall. I said, okay, whatever. Okay. Yeah, I said, whatever it takes, go ahead. So I thought that was funny. Yeah, I was telling people all week I was picking Vidalia by a touchdown, but man, Delta Charter just controlled that game. It was a great game to watch, great crowd, and a lot of fun.
And we got my buddy Terrell Fife. He got on to me. He said, tell Joey that Delta Charter Junior High beat Faraday Junior High 22-6. Make sure y'all tell everybody.
When I first heard that, I was shocked because they went over to Evangel Middle and only lost to them 28-20.
Wow.
So I was really shocked. But of course, Tyler Simpson, you're gonna hear that name for the next 4 years. Yeah. He's the real deal.
And Terrell's son Tate, who's a heck of a baseball player too, Tater. He had 3 touchdowns too, so they've got some up and coming talent over there.
Do. Yeah, the only thing that was bad about the Friday night was officiating, and it didn't affect the game, but they just after every other play had to huddle and talk, and it took 3 hours to finish that game. And then most of the time they still didn't get it right. Anyway, Faraday High, of course, having to deal with light problem again.
Really? They did. That's true.
Had a power outage, and they started a little early, try to get what they could in, and had to finish it the next day in Jonesville.
Yeah, they finished it strong though.
Yeah, 46-6. Yeah, it was a big whipping. And then we had Natchez High, 3-0, first time since.
Another big win for Coach Davis. Yeah.
And it was good. That 50 points first 2 games, and this was a close, low-scoring game, and to pull that out, says a lot about them. They can do it either way. But
3 tough games.
Yeah,
exactly. 3-0 is a good spot for them right now.
And and they with 2020, the COVID year, they won a game by forfeiture, but this is the first time on the field starting out 3-0. So
Yeah.
they are hosting Ocean Springs Friday. So big game for them. Of course, Cathedral's got Brookhaven, and man, we'll have to ask Craig what he thinks of that Hartfield team later.
I think we already know the answer to that one.
But and of course AC blanked Brookhaven last week, so team's doing good. We're about at the midway point for some of them, and
It's crazy.
it is crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't like to get into politics.
Here we go.
And this is my opinion, not your opinion, not Dustin's opinion. But the Board of Supervisors talking about charging to use the Liberty Park. That is crazy.
I didn't read much about it. I saw a headline. I don't know enough about it.
Well, I think back to people like Craig's dad, Craig himself, Buddy Wade, Bobby Hill, Gil Morris, the hours they spent, Tom Granny, working on those fields. And it's like, I don't have a clue. I would have to usually go out to a field to talk to a coach.
Yeah.
Because they were tending to it, and they have no idea what goes into that. And
so these guys have been taking care of it for years, and now they want to charge them.
Everything if you take that away from the schools, you're going to see that park, as good as it looks now, not look as good as all. I mean, it makes no sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, what happens if, let's Cathedral and Natchez build our own baseball field? What are you left with then?
Yeah.
And then Cathedral and Natchez don't have to worry about scheduling with each other. But I don't know. I hope they squash that pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully so. It's like I said, I don't know enough about it, but what you're saying makes sense. And I do know that those guys work hard over there. I know a lot of those guys work their tail off to make it look.
I mean, you got gatekeepers you got to take care of, concession stand workers.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, man, is that everything we got?
That's what we got.
Friday night.
Let's talk some softball.
All right. With the playoff run coming up, we got Coach Craig Beesley and Senior Lily Crum. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Playtime, game time. Anytime is a good time at Magnolia Bluffs Casino Hotel.
Play to win our $50,000 Ace of Spades Progressive with drawings every Friday and Saturday through November 2nd. Score big wins at Magnolia Bluffs Casino Hotel. It's always a good time. Visit magnoliabluffscasino.com.
Guys, Ronnie and Shannon here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight.
And we're here at our amazing partners, Gregg Veterinary Hospital.
Gregg Veterinary Hospital has been providing comprehensive, reliable, cutting-edge veterinary services to pets in the Miss Lou since 2002.
They welcome pets of all shapes and sizes who are in need of emergency treatment or who require routine medical, surgical, and dental care.
Dr. Gregg and his team offer a long list of services, including in-house laboratory diagnostics, digital x-ray, soft tissue, orthopedic surgery, dental care, extractions, laser surgery, laser therapy, preventative health, and wellness plans.
And if you need grooming and boarding services, they do that too.
So call Gregg Vet today.
Hi, it's Shannon with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. If you like what we're doing, be sure to follow, like, share, and even comment on all our content. Also, visit MissLouChampions.com to sign up for our newsletter and to receive other information, as well as the opportunity to receive some awesome prizes. Thank you, Miss Lou, for your continued support, and as always, have a champion day.
We want to tell you about our awesome partners, Syrah Technology, Gregg Vet Clinic, Hicks Chicks, Kenny Chesney's Chair Bay Rum, and all of our awesome partners that you see on the screen right now. Make sure to do business with them and tell them Miss Lou Champion sent you. All right, guys, we are back with Cathedral softball coach Craig Beesley, our old buddy. Been on the show a few times.
Good to be back.
And Senior Lily Crum. How are you?
Good.
Thank you for coming. This is your first time, I think, on our show. Yeah, glad to be here. She said a while ago she's got this whip. She's not.
Yes.
says she's an old pro at this stuff.
Pressure's nothing to her.
Yeah, I love that y'all do this at school though. That's cool that y'all something similar.
Yeah, but we just like read off stuff, so
Yeah.
I get to tell them what to say. And
You
She does the morning announcements every day.
Okay.
Every day. She's done that for 2 or 3 years now.
okay?
So it's good.
Nice.
She's been in front of the camera before.
Yeah, nice. And you're in the middle of the diamond too, so you can handle the spotlight a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. Well, thank y'all for coming this morning. And Joey, you want to get us started off?
Yeah, first thing I want to ask you, Craig, does homecoming affect softball like it does football as far as distractions?
You know, I was talking to Coach Shirley, our principal, this morning before I came down, and I knew this week had been different because, man, it's hectic this week.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it last night, and I said, this is the first year we've ever had homecoming during softball season. Usually homecoming's at the
wow.
end of the year after
Okay.
softball's over. And I knew this week had been rough in trying to schedule practices and trying to
Mhm.
keep everybody on task. You know, a lot of our girls are in the homecoming court, so
Mhm.
we have to work around that. But it's been a tough week for us.
Yeah.
We've survived it so far. We've got one more night. Tonight's our last night of homecoming. So, and then we'll have the homecoming festivities tomorrow. But it has been an interesting week. You know, on top of last week having the hurricane come through
Yeah.
and miss a lot of practice days then, and then back it up with homecoming this week and the
Wow.
distractions.
Mm.
So it has been a challenge this week. We've survived. We had 2 good games early in the week. We played great on Monday night against St. Al, and then we followed it up with a great game Tuesday night at ASC, where we had to come back late in the game.
Awesome.
But we played well this week considering the distractions that we've
Mhm.
had. So it's been a good week.
And for the record, you haven't been hit yet. I just want to put that out there. With the toilet paper yet.
No,
For the record.
I hope this doesn't go out before tonight. I don't want nobody to know I haven't been rolled yet.
you haven't been
Watch out, Lily. He didn't say that.
He's gonna be calling me tomorrow saying, "Why did you say that?"
No, he's going to have you out in the front yard watching.
I'll come help you. I'll come help. It's partially my fault.
It's been a good week though.
Yeah.
And the kids the kids enjoy doing that, and as long as they do it in the right frame of mind,
That's right.
The teachers are just as good as the parents that
Yeah.
go about helping with it.
Well,
But,
we all did it, and
yeah, I
it's-
mean,
yeah.
sometimes it gets out of hand, but this year it hadn't.
Yeah.
It's been pretty controlled this year, and everybody understands what's going on.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
gets upset.
Well, talk about where your team is right now.
Well, we're 17-3, and we've locked in second place in our district. That was one of our goals, was to win district. We had 2 games where we played against Copiah. Both of them close games. We just didn't come out on top. We felt like we'll probably meet them again somewhere down the road in the playoffs, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to win those games in the playoffs. We lost the first game of the year at Oak Forest. I don't think we're really ready to play that game. We were supposed to play on a Friday night, got rained out Friday, and it moved. That was our opening game of the year. We didn't have a good showing down there, but we played them later in the year at the Colin tournament, and we were able to beat them then. That's probably, if I was looking forward, that's probably who we'll open up with at South State in game 1. Nothing's set right now,
Right.
but if I was to project it, that's who we would open up with first game of South
And
State.
South State's going to be.
It'll be at Brookhaven next Saturday.
Yeah.
You got to finish in the top 4. 8 teams will be
Right.
there. If you finish in the top 4, then you advance to state.
Okay.
So, and then
Which
you'll play
is-
the top 4 from the north.
State will be at.
State will be in McGee the following Saturday.
Okay.
So, our goal is to go over there to South State and win 2 games on Saturday. Whether 2 out of 3 or first 2. If we win the first 2, we don't have to play that third game Saturday. We come back on Monday to finish it up. But you've got to win 2 games on Saturday to qualify for Monday. And if you make it to Monday, you automatically make it to state. So.
Do you feel more pressure, Lily, as a senior? Hey, this is my last chance.
kinda.
Well, now she does,
But-
Joey.
Don't put any pressure on her now.
Oh, she can
He's
handle
gonna be
it.
mad. He's gonna be mad at both of us, Joey.
She knows. We know she can handle it.
Good.
Yeah, that's right,
I'm
that's
sorry
right.
to cut you off.
She's had a great year.
Would you share her stats? With
Yeah, this year she's thrown 89 innings
Okay.
and she's got 171 strikeouts. That's right at 2 an inning. And just to
Amazing.
highlight some of her stats, I mean these are record book stats. These are like video game stats. These aren't real. I've been coaching for 31 years and I've never had a kid softball or baseball dominate like Lily has dominated. I mean, I've had Quentin Logan, I've had, Coach Andrew, I've had Jeremy Davis. These kids have gone D1 and have excelled at D1, made all Metro and everything. But when Lily's on the mound and she's on, I mean, she just dominates the game. And, like Tuesday night, she has 18 strikeouts out of 21 outs, 18 of them are strikeouts. And, follow that up with the Kapai game. We lost the Kapai game.
Right.
She had 17 strikeouts out of
Right.
21 outs. So she's thrown, just real quick, she's thrown 2 no-hitters. She's thrown a perfect game. She's thrown 4 one-hitters.
Wow.
And 4 two-hitters. So out of 8 complete games, she's had 2 or less hits in those 8 games.
Wow.
And it's just, like I say, they're kind of video game stats. It's hard to explain to the average person what she's done. Her last 38 innings, she struck out 82 batters.
Wow.
And we're not talking about playing weak teams. This
Right.
is one of the best schedules we've ever had. And for us to be 17-3 with the schedule we played,
It's an
it's pretty
accomplishment.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And we don't have any weak games. Our non-district schedule has really been tough this year. We went to the Colin tournament and played Brookhaven and Oak Forest back to back. And Lily pitched one of those games, and we won that game against Oak Forest. We beat them. We revenged the loss at the beginning of the year, and then we turned around and pitched Olivia Navarro against Brookhaven Academy, who is without a doubt one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the state. And Olivia beat them in that game. So
Awesome.
we've had some good pitchers this year. Lily has definitely dominated, and been real pleased with her. Not just the physical aspect or the pitching aspect, but the mental aspect has come so
Leadership.
far from last year to this year.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
she's really matured a lot on the mound. The way she handles herself out there when things get tough. She kind of got shook a little bit at ASC the other night. I went out there and calmed her down. She knew it, but she just wasn't. There were some things that happened that we thought should have gone a little different. But
Oh, yeah.
she was able to overcome that. As soon as she calmed down, settled down, she was fine. And but it was good. We had, in that game was tight. We were down 1-0 for a while, and we went up 4-1 in the 6th, and then came back. They got a girl on second, and Liza threw her out stealing third,
Oh, wow.
which was a big out at that time. And then from that, when Liza threw that girl out stealing third, I think Lily dominated the rest of the next 5 outs of that game. So it was good.
What career strikeouts? Where's she at? now?
Oh goodness, she's at 651,
Wow.
and she's going to have 700 before this year's over. Whatever we have to do, she'll have 700 before this year's over.
Well,
We've got 2 more games, regular
Okay,
games, and then we start the playoffs. So, I would think she would have been probably close to 700 right now without the rainouts we've
Oh,
had
wow.
this year.
Yeah, that's
So,
big.
Lily,
So what's been different this year
go ahead.
for you? Yeah.
Go ahead.
What's been different for me?
How are you a better pitcher?
Well, I started doing pitching lessons with my co-lin coach after, well, actually, I went to her before I committed there. And before she even offered me, they just gave me her phone number. And then I was struggling last year with some mechanical problems, so I went to her. And I don't know. I just go to her, and it just fixes it. Like, every single time that after the Oak Forest game, whenever I felt like I did terrible, I automatically text her. I was like, "When's our next lesson?" I think we had I don't even know what break we had. Do we have a break?
yeah, we
had a
did.
break. We had a break, and I was
Labor Day.
I was there
Yeah.
Wednesday. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, time to fix that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I did. She was like, well, you were just stressing out. I was
Right.
like, no, I wasn't.
Well, I think
I
that's
was
what.
like, there's definitely something else.
Yes,
wrong.
and I think Coach hit it on a second ago. That's one of the things I was going to ask you, because pitching, and what you said is kind of like you've got the mechanical part of it,
Right.
and then you've got the mental side of it, and they're 2 extremely different parts of the game.
Yeah.
And which one has been harder to sort of master?
Mentally, I'm fine, actually. Like, last year, I was way worse
Yeah. She's
because I get
Hothead.
I get frustrated very
yeah.
easily. But this year, I've been fine on the mound. Like, I don't think I've had any problems
Yeah.
out there. I think he's had to come up to me like
Yeah,
20.
it's been a couple of times, but I
But-
mean, she can handle it.
But
better
in a
this
20-game
year.
season, a couple
Right.
of times is
Yes.
pretty good. I
The-
get
You
frustrated
probably
like
know when
30
he's
times a
coming out
day.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing this year is definitely the mechanics. Like,
Yeah.
I pitched I tell my dad every time I get him, I'll even if I can't get a hold of him, I'll grab my phone and I call him in the middle of the inning, like, come down to here. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I need you to come watch me pitch this inning and tell me what I'm doing wrong. And like against ACCS, I had that perfect game and I hated the way I pitched.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like everything was wrong.
Right.
So then I automatically called Coach Malia and I was like, Thursday pitching lesson. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then we went over there and she was like, nothing's wrong. And I was like, maybe it's just.
Yeah, I think that game we talked about when you were warming up that game against AC, she just said her arm didn't feel like it was coming through good. And but I mean you go out there and you throw a perfect game.
Right.
You know, so you're pretty good when you can not feel like you're at your 100% best. And
Yeah, I
throw
mean,
well.
That's what the top tier players do. I mean,
Right.
you got to find those wins when you're not feeling your best. I mean,
You know, from a coaching standpoint, seeing her pitch this year to last year and working with Coach Malia at Colin, her two seam definitely runs a lot more this year. And then she's developed a pitch that runs inside too, screwball. And that's for her to throw it and to throw it with the velocity that she throws with, it puts a lot of pressure on Liza too. Liza has to work back there, and she's been great this year. To be a good pitcher, you got to have a good catcher.
Right.
And
Especially with that screwball.
yeah, because the inside pitches, the screwball is the one that gives us trouble, and that's hard on Liza to catch that pitch when she's setting up outside a lot. But the two seam will just run away from the batter, and then the screwball will come in. So Liza's having to work both sides of the plate, and she's really done a good job. And when Lily goes off to these pitching lessons and everywhere, usually she has to carry somebody with her to go catch. And Liza's always there.
Huh.
So they've become real good behind. A good tandem. Good.
Awesome.
So it's. Those two right there have been great for us.
That's something I've never thought about with softball. In baseball, they always talk about the different pitches and all of that. And I've never thought about how many different pitches are the softball girls throwing.
She's a three. I'm going to say mainly three. Her changeup has become a good pitch this year too. And control. A lot of girls that throw the changeup can't control it that well. But her changeup. And with her throwing with the velo she throws with, a lot of those girls are trying to time that fastball up, and then she comes back with the changeup. And that worked good Tuesday night against.
You can make some people look silly with a changeup.
Yeah, you can. In softball,
catch them right.
It's more noticeable in softball than it is in baseball.
Really?
Because baseball, you can kind of, if a pitcher swings at a changeup, you can kind of not realize it. But in softball, everybody knows that that's a changeup.
Well, what's it like being in the zone? Like maybe you're no hitter. You just feel like you're dominating, or you can
A
do
no
anything?
hitter.
When
I
you
try
know
not
you're
to.
feeling good.
I try in games. It'll get to like the seventh thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a no hitter. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh no, I just thought about it. So now I'm gonna be up here trying to control it.
Yeah.
But up there, I don't know. Depends on the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I try my hardest every game, but sometimes my adrenaline's rushing way more than in some games.
But when you feel like you've got it, what's that like?
I mean, at BA in the last inning, my Coach Malia was making fun of me because I have this picture of me and I'm just staring. Like I don't think my eyes moved from Liza's glove the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Like I pitched it, I turned around and I just looked at her glove and I got on the mound and I was just staring at the glove and I would just
That was an impressive game. We took the lead in the top of the seventh at BA, and then she goes back out and. Not only do we get 3 up, 3 down, she strikes all 3 of them out.
Wow.
With a 1-run lead against Brookhaven Academy.
Wow.
And then she follows that up at Park Lane, takes a perfect game into the 7th inning. And she doesn't get a perfect game, but we beat Park Lane. But to take a perfect game in the 7th inning against Park Lane, who has won 6A like 3 times and 5A last year against Brookhaven, those are the two schools that are good. Park Lane and BA are good, and we beat Park Lane once this year and BA twice this year. So we know we can do it, and we hope we face them again in the playoffs somewhere, and we hope that we can match the level that we matched early in the year and get back after them.
Now, you talk about being in the zone, getting rattled, but somebody makes a mistake behind you. How do you get past that?
I used to get really frustrated, but now I don't want them to know. Like, I still get frustrated. Not gonna lie, but I don't want them to know that I'm frustrated. So I usually just tell them, I'm just like, "You're good."
Yeah.
All this.
That's
Yeah.
part of a leader, right?
Well,
there.
that's
turn around,
that's
I'm
the
like-
that's the mental maturity that I've seen
Right.
in her,
Mhm.
and she'll make the next play. You make an error, that's over.
And that's part of the
You're
game.
gonna
There are
get-
going to be
yeah,
errors made.
yeah.
That's just part of
Right.
it. So,
I do throw my hands up sometimes. Like, every single time, without a doubt, I just do
Yeah.
this. I'm like, but then after that, I'm like, "No, you're good.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad."
Coach,
Liza was talking. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Liza was talking about a ritual y'all go through before each game.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, recently, to get more time to warm up before games, me and Liza have started to warm up together because she usually throws and all that with Kinsley, and I actually throw with Anna Arthur. So, but to get more time, we've started throwing together while everybody else is stretching, and then we go through my whole pitching routine, and we basically just talk the whole time.
Yeah,
and
then
then
she
at the
does.
end,
She will back up and
Yeah.
let Liza throw a few
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
Like she's
Yeah.
throwing to second base. But she's been pitching for us since she and Liza have been pitching and catching since 9th grade, I think,
Wow.
and some 8th grade. So it's going to be interesting when they both graduate this year. How we're going to find this another girl in the circle and one behind the plate. But we've got some good ones coming up, and Lily's done a good job of leading and kind of getting those younger pitchers going. And she's worked with some of our junior high pitchers over the summer, and they've come a long way. And without Lily being out there, somebody's going to have to take that spot next year, and
Yeah.
somebody will step up for us. And Lily will lead the way and help them out through the summer before she goes off to college next year. And we're looking forward to it.
I wanna
Looking
give
forward
you-
to see how Lily does next year. Also.
Yeah.
I want to give you a few minutes to talk about we had you in at the beginning of the season to talk about some of your players that on the field, off the field.
Mhm.
Just kind of talk about some of the players who are really standing out for you this year.
Right. Well, we had senior night Monday, so we had 6 seniors. We have Anna Grace Britt, Kinsley Young, KG Fisher, Madeline Fielder, Liza, and Lily. So that's a big chunk of our lineup
Yeah.
that'll be graduating this year. So it'll be a lot of new faces out there next year, but some of them, somebody will step up. The thing about it is the top 5 hitters in our order.
Yeah.
So we're going to be looking for 1 through 5 in the batting lineup next year. And then, of course, your big defensive players, pitcher, catcher, middle infield, shortstop, center fielder. We're losing that section right there. And then a great glove on third with Kinsley there. So, but some of them, like I say, some of them will get to go on and play next year. Lily will go, and Liza will go to Millsaps. Madeline will go to East Central. So we're excited for them. But we don't want this season to come to an end anytime soon. We want to play for 3 more weeks, and hopefully, if we can get the bats rolling, that's been our holdup this year. In the 3 losses we've had, we haven't scored many runs. But I feel like if we can get 4 or 5 runs in those games, if Lily's on, I think we'll be all right. We've got to string some hits together. We get a lot of hits most of the time. We just don't get them back to back to back. So
Yeah.
we'll have to play small ball probably more in the playoffs with the pitchers that we'll be facing, because you're not going to score a lot of runs against these two.
Yeah, you'll be facing some tough pitchers also,
Yes.
I'm sure.
The South 5A is just, you just can't tell people how good it is. You got 3 kids going to Southern Miss playing, you got kids going to Belhaven, you got kids going to Pearl River. It is unbelievably loaded in the 5A of the South. So just to be 17-3 at this time and to be in the playoffs and be able to beat these teams that have these kids going all over to college, it's been an impressive year for Cathedral softball. And like I say, we don't want it to end anytime soon.
Right. So what's your favorite pitch?
2-seam.
It runs
Explain
so
what that
far
is.
outside.
Well, my 2-seam, everybody, I don't know why we call it a 2-seam. It's basically a curveball,
Right.
but I don't know. It's something different than a curveball. And it basically is going to start somewhere and it's going to end going that way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
There you go.
That's been her pitch forever. The pitch that's really changed her on the mound has been the screwball and the changeup. She's always been good with the two seam, but it's running more now than it's ever ran, so that's good. And like I say, it puts a lot of pressure on Liza back there. I mean, you can't get frustrated with balls bouncing off of her glove or something because you just don't know how much the ball's moving when Lily throws it. And Liza's good back there because she can keep her composure so well. She doesn't get too high and she doesn't get too low. She's pretty level-headed. But she's been good behind the plate. She's been good for Lily, and they work good together.
Yeah. So, do you feel going into the playoffs? Do you feel pretty comfortable with all your pitches? You feel equally comfortable? Yeah.
These last 6 games have been impressive to watch her pitch. So I'm hoping that we're hitting that peak of our season where we're rolling pretty good, and Lily's dominating on the mound. If we can, like I say, if we can get the bats hot at the right time, I feel like our chances are good.
Yeah, and really, you guys as seniors, I mean, it's the playoffs, and you're seniors and all that, but the only thing I'll leave you with, and I'll let Joey take us out, is just to remember to have fun, because at the end of the day, it's a game that you're playing. Mm-hmm. It's an opportunity to be with your friends and all of that. So make sure going into the playoffs that it's not all about, I want you to be focused, but have fun also. Just want to make sure you do that.
I'm not sure he knows her dad.
Yeah.
You got to I do. You got to have fun there.
Oh, he's good.
Enjoy it. Be present.
Yeah. No, sometimes he doesn't yell at me. I'm like, get over here and yell at me.
It's fun.
Keeping his composure out in the outfield. And I'm like, he's like, what? And I'm
somebody to get on me.
I'm like, what am I doing wrong? He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's good though.
Yeah, I know he's proud of you.
I think a lot of people are surprised that you dominate. I mean, they're expecting probably somebody.
Well, you got some kids that you see pitching that are like 6 foot tall,
right?
And then Lily walks out there and just, dominates the game. Mm-hmm. Controls the game. She can control a game with just her pitching.
I think that's smart. You going to Co-Lin, you can get some playing time early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you look to move on from there, hoping to?
Depends on how it all goes down.
We're hoping that does. Okay. You never know with Liza going to a 4-year school coming out. There's some connections that'll be made. And Madeline going to East Central. So we're in 3 different parts of the state next year with girls playing. So there will be a lot of connections to Cathedral softball out there.
Well, you used to following a college kid.
Yeah, I did. I made a lot of trips to Monroe and to Hines Junior College. So I might have to get back in the car and follow these girls next couple of years.
Yeah, you're probably making a few more trips.
So that's right. That's right.
Your other kids.
That's right.
That's right.
I spend more time with that softball team than I do probably with Andrew when he was growing up.
Yeah.
So, but it's great. I've enjoyed coaching all 6 of these girls, and not just the softball side of it, just to see them grow up and mature, from 7th grade to now. I was looking back at some pictures from senior night, and Lily probably weighed about 60 pounds. She had a little, and now she's dominating on the mound, and she's just unbelievable how talented she's become throughout these years. These 6 years of high school. So it's been a good run for them, and I'm hoping that it's last 3 or 4 more weeks.
Yeah.
So
we're pulling for you, Coach, and we're hoping for the best.
That's right.
Give it your best. Like you said, it's tough out there, so it's gonna be a lot of close games that could go either way. But you got a good one out there.
That's right. I feel good when she's on the mound.
Yeah. So we appreciate you taking a few minutes with us. I know y'all are busy.
That's right.
But we appreciate y'all taking a few minutes with us this morning. You did great. Awesome job. Champion job.
That broadcasting class.
That's right. That's right. Well, we appreciate you guys coming, and we'll be following you. Joey will keep us updated on everything. Hopefully I can come out and catch a game or two. But so anyway, we'll be right back after this quick break to wrap up the show.
Hey y'all, it's Ronnie and Shannon with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight.
And we want to tell you about our awesome partner, J.E. Hicks Distributing Company, also known as Hicks Chicks.
Hicks Chicks is a local, family-owned food distribution company that has been serving the Miss Lou since 1945. You already know they serve all of your favorite restaurants, but did you know that they are also open to the public?
Hicks Chicks has a variety of food products, including delicious heat and eat options like chicken and dumplings, white bean chicken chili, lasagna, and gumbo. They also carry a wide variety of seafood options like shrimp, crabs, tuna steaks, salmon, and catfish.
And don't forget about their delicious burgers that are already pattied up for you, and their amazing dessert options.
So stop by today at 1380 Martin Luther King Jr. Road in Natchez. Hicks Chicks.
Way more than just chicken.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight, and I want to tell you about our awesome partners, Wardo's Po' Boys. Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country. We want to tell you about our awesome partners, Syrah Technology, Gregg Vet Clinic, Hicks Chicks, Kenny Chesney's Blue Chair Bay Rum, and all of our awesome partners that you see on the screen right now. Make sure to do business with them and tell them Miss Lou Champion sent you. All right, guys, we are back. Dustin finally got your chair situated, right? That was a little bit of...
I'm sorry I missed that.
I wish we'd have been rolling then. That was a little ordeal there for a minute.
This way.
Look
Move
at
your
this.
body this way, your chair this way.
Yeah, it's like the Austin Powers in the car. Oh, man, that was a great interview with Coach Beesley and Lily, and we appreciate those guys coming in this morning. And, yeah, I just wanted to take a minute to wrap up the show, kind of run through that LSU game real quick the other day, man. I'll start with, to me, it showed me that they have some heart.
Right.
It showed me that their offense can put up points. But I still just don't know if they can even fix it. I don't even know if it's fixable, the defense. Yeah. I mean,
but the bright spot, K. Durham. I mean,
yeah.
Wow. And he's got to be the guy now.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see, you know, they've got a couple of weeks.
Swenson's looked great, too. That was
a
great addition.
They've got a couple of slower, a couple of lesser tier weeks, and then they...
Really 2-point favorite over UCLA.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
And me too, because I don't think anybody's a for sure win right now with this defense.
No.
So we got a couple that we should win, and then we've got Ole Miss who might score 70 on us at this pace if we don't figure something out. But anyway, I think it showed heart, and the offense can put up points. Yeah. So especially if they can find the running game.
You know, it takes luck and crazy things. That guy doesn't hit Nussmeier on the interception return, that game's over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
yeah, they got a couple of big breaks on there. So, but then also the Saints. I mean, man, they are rolling.
Incredible.
Rolling. A lot of Dallas Cowboys fans hurting this week.
Yeah.
But you know, all the Dallas Cowboy fans that I talked to, they got whipped so bad there was no excuses. I didn't hear one excuse all week. I didn't hear anybody say anything about the referee. They were just like, "Man, we got whipped." Every one of them. And
we're dominant.
Sometimes when you get whipped like that, that's all you can say.
That's it.
But
then you get on Dak.
Yeah. Well, like I said last week, I don't think a lot of people understand. I think they're starting to understand now, but that offensive coordinator, the tree that he's come from, that West Coast offense, and you go back, you see what Shanahan's running at San Francisco now, and you can go all the way back to when Denver was winning back-to-back Super Bowls, and his dad was the coordinator there. I mean,
those offenses are hard to stop. You got all that motion, and you've got 5-6 different plays out of every set, and they all look the same. And he's doing a great job of balancing.
Right.
And he's running tons of play action. And when you're running the ball as well as Camara's running the ball, or they're all running the ball well, those play actions open up as you saw on that long that long bomb. So like you said a while ago, they wouldn't let Michael Parsons get off. He was frustrated.
He was.
And a lot of teams just drop back and he kills them.
Right.
He didn't know which direction to move. I mean,
they had him so frustrated.
Yeah. But the Saints are looking great. I really don't think it's a fluke. I mean, at the beginning of the year, everybody's saying they're going to win 5-6 games. So I'm like, maybe I'm missing something. I think they're a little bit better, but I really think that they got a chance to win that division. I mean, I really believe that.
If the offensive line and Derek Carr keeps playing like he's playing,
Yeah, the offensive line is the big key.
Yeah.
Because everybody thought the offensive line was going to be terrible.
It was.
and they have. Again, I think that coordinators understand how to use those guys.
Exactly.
And they've had a couple of people that really stepped up on that line, but they look dominant. They don't just look capable; they look dominant out there. So hopefully they'll keep that up. A big one this Sunday against the Eagles. So that'll be a
home game for sure.
Yeah. So that'll be a tough one. So we'll see how they do against a running quarterback with Hurts and somebody that can run.
Right.
But you want to look into next week before we get out of here?
Got Natchez hosting.
Or this week. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Natchez hosting Ocean Springs. Yeah, it goes by fast. Delta Charter at Faraday, Bidet at Block, Brookhaven at Cathedral, Oak Forest at ACCS. I also want to mention next Saturday, they're going to name Faraday High's gym after Bishop Robert Cade.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
That's mine and Dusty, our girl Robbie. That's her father. Yeah.
Right. She calls it the house that Cade built.
Yeah.
But that's for sure. So it's a great honor. And
that's next. When is that?
Next Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time. I think they're gonna have a couple of alumni games afterwards too.
Okay. Yeah, he's a good man, and Robbie's our girl, and that's a good family. And
yeah, Sean Davis does a great job. I'll tell you what, he's gonna watch out for Faraday basketball this year.
Really? Yeah. Wow. So, do we have anything else you want to hit before we get out of here?
That's about it.
All right, brother. Another great week, and I appreciate you as always. We appreciate all of our viewers, and we appreciate all of our partners out there. Again, without our partners, we can't do what we do. So thank you guys for that. Do business with them when you can. God bless everybody out there. And as always, have a champion day.
Play to win our $50,000 Ace of Spades Progressive with drawings every Friday and Saturday through November 2nd. Score big wins at Magnolia Bluffs Casino Hotel. It's always a good time. Visit magnoliabluffscasino.com.